Hello, family, and welcome back to the Ebony Odyssey. My name is Jermaine Long, and I am a servant of the Most High God. I really appreciate you coming along, and as always, enjoy the journey. Today's topic is hard work. And my support scripture for this is Matthew chapter 20, verse 15, which reads, "Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good?" Okay, and let me break this down a little bit further. This is a parable about the laborers in the vineyard. And what happens throughout this parable is you have an owner of the vineyard, and he goes out various times of the day to hire laborers to come in and do work for him. Now, in the early parts of the day, before any work is being performed, he went out to the laborers and he agreed to a certain price with those laborers. And then after that, everyone he ran into that wasn't working, he offered them a job and brought them out. Now, at the end of the day, he lined them up and they paid them accordingly. But the people who were there earlier, they were upset because they were paid the same amount. And so we get to this statement that the owner of the vineyard says, "Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thy eye evil because I am good?" And overall, we know this story is about God's grace and him bestowing grace on people. And so I want to relate that to, how I perceive things here and how I move here, because, I believe in God and I'm going to follow him to the fullest extent because he is the reason why I'm here. Now, I'm just going to call him the Most High God because I believe he is higher than everyone else. You can take that for what you will. Now, at the end of the day, it is people here that I have come to know in the community and that I'm going to support. And so I have people that, have a church. They attend a church. And guess what? If I support the church and give things away to the church, it is mine to give. And then I have people who work for me and people who attend the mosque. And if I donate to the mosque and give to the mosque, guess what? This is mine to give. I have people who don't owe me anything. And then I go out and I build things for them, benches and things of that nature for them. It is mine to give. And no one can tell me where I'm allowed to give and where I'm not allowed to give. Whatever God blesses me with, I bless others with. And so I say that to say this, you can look around every day and you can see the people that do things for you. And I know we always say this, me being black, we'll always talk about, helping someone and no one helping us. But at the end of the day, I guess it's just about nobody else helping us. It's just about what we're going to do. I always hear that, and we always get into that back and forth about doing something for people. Well, if you're going to do something because you want something in return, were you really doing it for them or were you doing it for yourself? Right? I think about this too because, once you start doing good, people want you to come and almost build them a whole house without any cost being transferred to them. And we're not going to do that. But, at the same time, people could always try to take advantage of a situation where they would ask us to do something and they wouldn't ask someone else that they would rather pay to do something. And it's not a knock on anyone because at the end of the day, what we have is because of God and what we give is because of God. How we act toward one another is because of God. How close you are to God determines how, generous you will be with your possessions. It determines how generous you will be with your time and your, resources. You know, the closer you are to God, the freer you are to give, and the more you want to give. It's not all about receiving. But the thing is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? People will look at you and say, well, he did this for them, but not for me. That's like our family members. You did this for one person and not for another. Or you did this for this group and not for another. What? Is thine eye evil because I am good? I'm doing what I wish to do with what I have, and it does not require me giving all to you to be good or withholding all from you to be good. You know, the thing is, guys, the world is selfish. We are selfish as people. We are selfish as individuals. And who more so than our family, right? But, you know, we have to look past some of these things and bless others because we've been blessed. But don't ever feel the pressure to go out of your way for family who don't understand that it's a blessing to receive anything that God has given any of us and to be able to share it amongst each other. You know, that's just the one thing that I'm hoping to build going forward here. It's like you got a clean slate here. I have my kids here, and I'm going to show them, hey, that I can just give to you guys as much as I humanly can. And at the end of the day, I want you to continue to do the same. You know, don't do it for me. Do it because God has blessed us to get to this point. And I want you to be a blessing to everyone else. Who knows if it'll work? Maybe this is just crazy. But this is the journey that we're on. So guys, I appreciate you for listening. And as always, enjoy the journey.